Welcome into ShotQuality Live BetCast, the only show that uses ShotQuality Live's data to bet on games as they're happening. I'm your host, Justin Perry. We're not playing around today, getting into it quick. Moose, what's up, man? You're coming off of the best episode you've ever had, that we've ever seen. A clean 6-0 sweep. Didn't touch any of the money lines with me. I went 7-1. Hopefully you guys had a fun time tailing, cashing a few. If it was your first time hanging out with us without Mike McClure here, you probably had a nice time. So big shout out to our guy Mike, showing some new people the BetCast. We got another great show for you tonight. A lit up board, already over 20 games going right now. We got the ShotQuality Live Score Center up. It's 27 to be exact. Moose, are you seeing anything we want to get at right off the bat? Of course, make sure you're following along with the score sheet that you can access every single week. The same links to the YouTube, tells you the plays instantly. Maximilian, who runs the score sheet, going to be jumping on later tonight, so make sure you hang around for that. He's been red hot, so might have some insights. But Moose, let's get right to it, baby. What do we got? Checking out some of these games coming to a close. Binghamton, Lowell. I was looking at that earlier, got a sprinkle on that Binghamton money line, so not really something I can play right now. Let's just keep looking for our first play of the day. You know, we always like to get that first one locked in. Do you have anything you like? I know I bet your eye in that Vermont-Albany game.
Look, I'm going to go ahead and just jump on it right now. I'm going to say I put it in the Discord already, but the line is exactly the same from when I posted it, so I'm going to give it to everybody here and put it towards my show record because I still find it very valuable. Is the under in UMass Lowell Binghamton 153.5. It's what I got a minute into the second half, and it's what it sits at right now. ShotQuality has this game under what it is, especially
lock it in, baby. We got to lock it in. No, guys, we both hit the button at the exact same time, and it canceled out. So a little embarrassing, but awkward. It's never happened. Episode 23 never happened. Over 400 plays have been made combined. Over 400 times hitting that button. But yeah, first play.
Look at the ticker. 153.5. I still like it. So play it. Right, there's 14 minutes left. Still a lot of time to regress towards the mean. So that's my first play.
There's your first play of the night. And we got to give a shout out to our sponsor. SportTrade is the official presenting partner of BetCast. SportTrade offers an elite betting experience, instant in-play betting, tight lines, and real human tech support. Available in New Jersey, Colorado, and more states to come for 2024. SportTrade encourages you to shop the best lines and to play responsibly. Create an account on SportTrade by going to getsporttrade.com, using code SQB, and get 3% cash back on every bet in your first week up to $500. We love our partners over at SportTrade, who do such a good job at providing a new way to get in-play bets down with better pricing. Always make sure you check SportTrade if you have access to it. We're going to have a special SportTrade episode 1 week from today. Really excited about that, so make sure you tune in. We're going to have a in-depth look at the app, have some people on from the SportTrade team to talk about it, and of course, be making some bets. Now, back to some business, Moose. Let's keep going through some of these games. I want the under on the Vermont-Albany game here at halftime. Pulling that
now
one
it's
right
New York, so you're going to get an offshore line, right?
Yes, that's correct. That is.
Let's see what your line is compared to mine. I got under 164.5, and that's what I'm going to block it in. I'm going to let you press the button since it's double whammy.
All right, I'll press the button. I got the same line, so let's just do it. Let's press that button. 160. Yeah, minus 115 for me there. Sometimes can be a little bit of a steeper market offshore. I usually end up getting like minus 117 average offshore, minus 115 on the domestics. But that's kind of how it works. You do sometimes have to pay to play in this market. But a good spot here, of course, if you're new to the ShotQuality Score Center, we're looking at those points per shot metrics to understand how much difference there is between what's actually happening and what is expected to happen. Right now, you're seeing Vermont get 1.42 points per shot. ShotQuality expecting 1.14. The ShotQuality Score, another good way to look at it. We always kind of want that 10-point cushion when we make plays here on BetCast, kind of the threshold we're looking at. So Vermont overperforming by 9, Albany overperforming by 6. That is plenty. So a nice underplay there. Let's keep looking around. We have Appalachian State leading here. Nothing too much there with lean Old Dominion, but need a little bit more. Wagner, Central Connecticut, another one, ShotQuality right on the money. Not much on Hampton Campbell right now. How do you feel about getting in on Delaware, Moose? Let's go take a peek.
I think I'm going to. Also, Wagner is such a cool name for a school. I'm just going to throw that out there.
That's on Staten Island here in New York.
Is it? I had no clue where it was.
Yeah.
If you had a guess, if I had a guess, I would have said North Carolina. The more you know. You learn stuff when you.
It's the NEC. It's like right here, man.
I know, but I didn't use critical thinking, so
okay.
I just
okay.
went ahead.
Anyway, some critical thinking here on Delaware expected to be winning. I think this is probably more of a money line sprinkle than it is towards a full spread pick for what we do here at the show. Do half units on spreads and totals for me, quarter units on the money line sprinkle. So I'm going to go ahead, get in on Delaware, who is expected to be winning this game by 5, but down by 4. So I think that's a nice spot. This, it's called the Coastal Athletic Conference now, can definitely be pretty up and down. Let's get a plus money line, our first sprinkle of the night. Lock it in right now. Plus 200 is the best price I'm seeing. So nice. I like that play. I like getting these plus money tickets. We rode a plus 700 on Bowling Green into overtime and barely lost. Max still hit his best bet. So a win, some lose, some situation for us. We did. I think we had some money on the spread there.
We need to look at the money lines and how many of those have actually gone to overtime. Is it 4 now, 5 now? It's kind of crazy.
I think we have it written down. It's definitely been a lot. The nice thing is that, of course, you can hedge these positions at home if you're, taking them and get a plus 700 and they're like down to plus 300 after 5 minutes. You can peel some value back. But taking a look at some of these halftime games here, Moose, kind of on the money here today. I think we might have this under in Wright State, Detroit. Is that one that you're going to consider? Does, Detroit's defense worry you and not being able to adequately maybe hold a team to their expectations?
To me, it's almost enough value for me. I like to look for a little bit more than 10 points. I usually look for 15. I'm not too worried about Detroit being able to stop, right? I mean, they also are overperforming. You could also say the same thing about Wright State. Are you worried that Wright State, who's a lot better, will eventually, can they stop?
I hope they can. This is a 170 and a half point line right now. Getting minus 115 on it is the best number I'm getting. I'm locking that one in. So that is a really nice spot here for us. The under Wright State, Detroit. That's a high number. That definitely assumes that there's not going to be very much defense played here. I think we could see a slowdown. We can go into the individual look on the ShotQuality Live Score Center here to take a peek at what is actually happening, some of the stats.
Let's see. Trey Calvin, that guy's good. What does he have? 10?
He is good.
Okay.
10 on the ShotQuality, overperforming by 2. It's Logan Woods driving it, Brandon Neal as well. Tankersley here for Detroit, putting up 14 on 10. Take a peek at some of the shot stats. Interesting look here. A bunch, of course, Detroit, 20% bad is actually pretty good for them. 52% good, I think, is better than what we would expect out of Detroit right now. Still plenty of mid-range. So, yeah, they're doing pretty well. I would expect them to have some trouble in the second half. We've seen that Detroit team fall off late to some of these teams in the horizon. So I'm comfortable with that under. I like it. I think it's corroborated by what we're seeing here. And, of course, ShotQuality expecting 14 less points in the first half. So a nice spot to get in there. All right, let's go to the next row, Moose. Interesting one here. Sacred Heart leading by 13. Another NEC. These teams are, in my area, just so you're confirmed, Musa, so you don't make guesses that they're in North Carolina. What do you think of
Again, I didn't critical think at all.
Barely Dickinson.
I feel like an absolute idiot.
No, it's okay. You got to let me have. We got 2 really nice plays here. A couple interesting plays. I think we have plays on every single game on this row. So let's go quick, buddy. What do we got? You coming with me on Fairleigh Dickinson right now to get back into this one? You definitely want the spread. You probably want to consider the money line. Sacred Heart, definitely a team that's liable to blow a lead. Low major basketball, nothing's really safe. So I think taking a sprinkle on the money line is warranted here, even though they're down 13. Something we could manage into the second half if if it slows up later, maybe get out of it if it gets to be a closer game. So I'm going to pull up the line, see what I can get for this one. This is an interesting matchup. I actually did grab Sacred Heart pregame. I've been asked this a bunch of times, so I'll answer it every single time I get on the show. I don't really consider my pregame positions when making live bets. I do everything independently, the same as if you make 2 separate live bets. You should probably consider everything independently. So independently, let's grab FDU plus 12.5, minus 115 on this game, and sprinkle the plus 900 money line. I'll go 1.5 on that one. I kind of reduce when they're long odds. I probably shouldn't. I kick myself when I do, but I'm still going to do it. So lock those in. All right, Moose. Are you tailing me on Fairleigh Dickinson, at least with the spread? Because you're the one who went 6-0. I know we had a great episode in total, but
I like that they are actually still competitive, even though they're coach left after they beat Purdue, and kind of most of their roster was poached. But no, I'm not going to ride with it. To me, they're in that bottom, 60 teams that I just don't trust. Elon, though, I know I probably will be wrong. But what about? I think I'm going to ride with Elon.
I think we will ride with Elon. I saw a lot of this makes a lot of sense here. Elon really struggling on the road. Northeastern kind of looking for that type of maybe signature win in the conference, feel good win, but 1.42 points per possession, 0.8 points per possession. That is just the types of numbers that I don't really think continue from either direction. So I would not be surprised to see the shot quality score kind of even out, the actual score maybe get a little closer to evening out. Northeastern was -10, so they've met that point threshold in the first half. I'm guessing we're going to get a pretty friendly line, and we like this. We say this a lot. You kind of like beating the closing number with your live plays, right, Moose? Do you take that into account when you're making your plays on the show?
What I like to do is I always, if I'm going to take a team, I want it to be, if it's a favorite, I want it to be within a possession. And same with the dog, really. Like if I was taking Elon, let's say the game was tied. Let's say, or they were up 35-26, and shot quality thinks they should have been up even more. Yeah, I guess like if the first half repeats itself, you're getting a ton of value. But at the same time, it's like if Elon was a 10-point dog and they're up, there's a reason they were a dog, and you're getting such terrible line. I like it to be within a possession, and for Elon, it doesn't matter once it goes on the opposite side. I'm seeing plus 12.5. So I'm assuming you're jumping.
I got plus 13.5, -115, so I'm locking that in.
Okay.
And are we going to be full sickos? Are we going to be full sickos and take a peek at a ridiculous money line? This is not just expected to be tied. This is a massive point differential, like expected to be winning this game by 10 points almost. So it's a little nuts. I am seeing plus 1150 right now as the best available line. I'll go 0.1. I like holding these tickets. It's crazy. We are profitable, I think, at like 6 and 15. In terms of our money lines, because we play such big numbers. So let's keep doing it. Little sprinkle on the Elon money line on top of that nice half unit play on the plus 13.5 -115. I don't think it's going to win. If that's a pick that you pass on and you just want to enjoy, if I happen to cash mine, I understand. But the numbers definitely say we should do it. Another one the numbers may be pointing to, Moose, do you like the under in Eastern Kentucky, Northern Alabama? Both those arrows red and pointing down makes you say under. What do you think?
Not enough value for me. Again, I like to look for a little bit more than 10, which there's a reason why I have a lot less plays than you do, because I like to look for a little bit more value. As for Elon, I was thinking about it pretty heavy there, but I think I'm going to back off just a little bit because they are towing the line of, are they just that bad? Now, we have a comment in here. Where did it go? Do I have it highlighted? Oh, no. Sorry. Let me get it.
Do it. I like that comment. I think do it.
Yes. Kunal says a Northeastern alum. I have no faith in the Huskies. And as someone who, when I first got into betting, Northeastern was the team that gave me like gambling PTSD. Because for some reason they can't close out a game to save their life.
No personal anecdotes allowed on our data show.
Exactly. So I'm just going to stick to my whole. They're on the opposite side. They're close, but they're on the opposite side of the teams.
They're coming off a big win. They're on the road. I understand the angle. A lot of sharp people took this line on Northeastern pregame. It got beat up into that -10. I'm pretty sure people were playing -7s last night. So a good move from the sharp market there. I am going to take a look at this North Alabama, Eastern Kentucky under. Like you said, what my strategy has been just play every single edge we can find during.
Yeah, you're also 162 and 105, so I think you should keep doing what you're doing.
I think we should keep doing what we're doing, and that is only spreads and totals. We do keep track of the money lines a little separately. We do keep. That'll be updated at the end of the night on the scorecard. We'll tweet it out and put it in the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, discord.gg/ShotQuality. Musa's going to go crazy all night and literally play for the rest of the night. So,
and I put the main over in there. Someone said easy cash on the main. I think that was one of the guys from the Discord. Yeah, we had that one in the Discord. I put that one in at 109.5. I was a little late, but I said I
got 108.5.
I liked it. I liked it. It was a good one.
It was a good one. It was. Oh, look,
Be
when teams
in the
scored
Discord,
36
the link
points,
was there.
they scored 36 points. They shot 1 of 17 combined from 3. That's exactly the spot where shot quality data is going to say, okay, they should probably have a little bit closer to something like 60 points and a half, even if they play terribly. It's just, you're going to get a bit of a discount because of maybe some of the overreaction. They are still developing good shots. I don't know. Who knows how long that edge continues to be around for? But Eastern Kentucky, Northern Alabama, under 170 and a half here. Let's go ahead and lock that in for minus 110, a good price. Pick number what? 8 or 9 already? Yeah, pick number 8. Spread total number 5. A couple money line sprinkles, but a good amount of volume already. I mean, I think we're going to be in a good spot. We'll check in on some of our games once we get through the first pass here. We are only here 45 minutes. Try to balance, enough action, not slowing down, not too much time staring into a ring light. But you could literally, what are you? Are you blind yet, buddy? You got one side there. But all right.
I'm getting very blind. Actually, it's an issue, ongoing issue. I'm sure there's a lot of people my age, 27 or late 20s that are having issues with their eyesight, and I think it's because we grew up in an era with phones. I don't know, but I do have a play on the game on the right side. Do you want it, or do you want to go
FAU? Are we going FAU, or what are you doing?
Yes, FAU. I'm going over to hit the button, and then I am going to go ahead and talk about it.
Do it. No asking. Just make the bet.
Well, we hit it at the same time, and it's got me.
Don't be nervous.
My trigger finger's off a little bit. No, we talked about it. You said, does closing line matter to you? It does. I don't want to take, like, if FAU was up 15 and they were projected to be up 25, would I still take it? Probably not, because you're getting into one of those, late game that a lot of that bench players go in. But this one's at 7.5, and that's what I'm gonna get it at. FAU minus 7.5, 1 point off of close. That's a little bit worse than what I could have got if I bet it pregame. But looking at this number, the shot quality points per possession is way off, and the shot quality score is way off. And if you read the mid-major top 25 that I release every week, SMU is not big in the shot quality metrics offensively. They just ain't it. So 37 is a lot of points. And FAU, meanwhile, is it. Like, they're as good as they were last year. This is a very, very good team. And I expect them to run away in this game because I called SMU a pretender and FAU a contender. So they hopefully
lock it in, baby. We got one. Yeah. So what line did you get? I'm seeing
7.5. So I got 7.5. That was on DraftKings. I don't line shop while we are on the show. I always say line shop if you can. Have one of those things that shows you all lines like BetStamp. But for me right now, we're doing like 3 things at once.
I'm making sure I have this line correct because I am seeing a 5.5 out there right now. Yeah, I have that line too.
Okay,
so I'm gonna lock in.
That's a little kind of BS.
It's a little bit of an L from you, Moose. It's okay. 5.5 minus 115 for me. I'll take that. Yeah, I had to go verify that I had that hung at my MGM shop as well, but I do. That's a nice number. And again, you're talking about the closing line. The difference is that now we have extra evidence knowing that Florida Atlantic is developing better shots than maybe their current points per possession indicates, right? And that's where our advantage truly comes in, because now we're getting a close, for your sake, close to the closing line value, knowing that they are actually doing better than SMU under the hood. So the same thing kind of goes here with Florida Gulf Coast. Going to wait here a bit. This is a situation I'm going to watch and see develop. Of course, the difference here is a little like 8, so we're close. This could be a money line sprinkle. I do like this Florida Gulf Coast team. Kennesaw has definitely struggled on the road. I'm going to use some of that anecdotal evidence here to corroborate the need for the money line. We're not going to go spread because there's not a big enough threshold meet yet. Need like 2-3 more points in the other direction of, I guess, bad luck, if you want to call it that. But let's go ahead and sprinkle on Florida Gulf Coast on the money line. Take that pick right now. Go ahead and finding a line, scrolling through my plays. They're currently sitting plus 3.5. So yeah, I don't really want that, but I will take a plus 170 money line for quarter unit as play number 10. Let's go. I love that, like, we get to just come up here every day and make, or every, like, 3 times a week. We do Tuesday, Thursday, 7:45, and then we have a Saturday episode, 4:45 if you're new. But we just get to come up here and do 45 minutes of just betting as fast as we can, interpreting the data as fast as we can, of course, showing off what you could do at home. This product is fully available for
I do
anyone.
it every day. It's just 3 days a week I do it in front of a camera.
Yeah, except well, me too. It is really proving over and over and over. I kick myself when I put more money on my pregame bets these days because this is just such a competitive edge. And I'm going to kick myself because I wanted to take FIU. I was talking last night about how this Liberty team is carrying maybe some perception from last season. They're struggling on the road, man. I wish I took that
every
one.
time I see Liberty, I know their roster ain't the same because they had that one dude who was
Right.
there for 4 years that was 3-time all-conference, and I still think of Darius McPhee or whatever, and I still think of them as like the guys who beat Mississippi State in the tournament 5 years ago, but whatever.
Crazy. That was a crazy.
Speaking of which, did it work? There it is.
It worked. It worked. You got
Okay.
it. What are you going for? What do you got?
I got under an NJIT 158.5.
NJIT under 150.
Yeah, I cut out a little bit because I clicked the button and it didn't show. Then it did show, and who knows? I'm up in Pine Top in Arizona. Okay. I'm closer.
You skipped You skipped a row, but that's okay. I like this one. Let's go ahead. I'm going to let you.
It's because it already started. I wanted to get on it before it got too late. 158.5 minus 115 is what I found on DraftKings. Again, I'm up north right now. I'm close to the shot quality play of the game tonight in NAU. Right? It's in northern Arizona.
It's so I don't know how far that is from you, but
yeah. Whatever.
Nice. There we go. And if you missed the shot quality pick of the day, we'll talk about that in just a minute. That is, of course, on the YouTube. It's on the site. You can just click basketball analysis and go check it out right now. ShotQualityBets.com/blog. Really easy. Read it every single day. You'll love it. But all right, let's go down to the row we were on. We have a pretty interesting scenario with Radford Gardner-Webb. This is a 24. Oh, I'm showing the play sheet. Let's go down to this. I'm sorry. Radford Gardner-Webb, currently 24-point game, expected to be a 3-point game. This is, I love these big ones. I tell the story about that first episode with Charleston Southern plus 40.5, only losing by 20. You gotta be confident. You gotta stare into it. Be like, I don't care if they're losing by 30. Shot quality data says it should be closer. Radford just, clearly cannot miss. That is a very high points per shot.
That's actually insane, dude. 59 points.
Yeah, I mean, that's 1.45. I like talking in points per shot. We're going to start talking more in points per shot, but let's go ahead.
I agree, but still 59 is, come on.
It is. It's a lot. It's a lot of points to have in literally 22 minutes of play. I don't know if the main game either team got there, so in a full game. So, yeah, definitely a sizable number. Let's go see what we can get. I think I've probably scrolled by it 3 times while talking. So for what line are you seeing on this, Moose, while I try to find it?
I've not looked because I just feel like this could be a blowout, and I know you like Gardner-Webb. Man, it closes a big 5.5 favorite.
Right, so you're gonna get it's plus.
To this give up at
a
this
lot
point?
of numbers. I'm seeing plus 15.5 right now is what I'm going to lock in officially, minus 115 if anything. Yeah, there's plus 15.5. There's plus 13.5. I got to make sure. I might have to add a little extra if this points bet plus 18.5 line is real, but I'm guessing by the time I get into the book, it's going to be gone. And I'm going to move on to the next play. But I'm going to hesitate on the money line here. This one is just too far gone. It might not even be offered at books if you can get it, like a 0.05 type sprinkle. This it's a foregone conclusion. They're not going to win. We're going to take the cover. We're going to hope they can get this back within a respectable limit. If the bench comes in, there's always a lot to be said there. So, all right. What about getting in on LIU? Yeah. See there, I thought that might be there. So again, they probably also, I think Radford also just scored. So you can probably get a better number. So make sure
I want to hear what I know you're going to take LIU. I just know it. So I don't even know why.
Oh, yeah.
Take them.
I mean, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
I
like this LIU team. I think they are improved. They're getting wins this year. I think it takes a long time for the perception in these really low conferences to reach the masses. And LIU has been getting it done. So I'm going to go ahead and try to find a line on them right now. I think the Sharks are a fun team. They got Rod Strickland as the coach, man, and his sons are playing for the team. So it's not like this is low effort. The fans are starting to come out and support this program. Lemoyne isn't a bad school either. They've been really fun to watch make the transition this year. Yeah, I like them too. The Dolphins versus the Sharks. Can we just talk about this? Someone joked in the Discord today that I choose the pick of the day by what mascots look the best in the graphic. This would have been the pick of the day. It's not. But, yeah, let's go ahead and get in on this one. Seeing -1 right now. So I'm going to make sure that is currently available. Yeah, -1.5. Let's go ahead and get that in. -110. Boom. All right, Moose. Anything you like for Merrimack, St. Francis, or should we move into the next round?
Moving to the next one. I like that you took LIU. They're not a bottom 10 team like they've been. They're fringe. They're right around there, but they're not.
They used to be bottom 5. They used to
IUPUI and Detroit Mercy are worse. I would take LIU, every day against those two teams.
Yeah, for sure. They've gotten, especially if they were like home or neutral. Yeah, I mean, again, all these teams on the road are really suspect, but this is a good battle. So let's go LIU. All right, Towson, Monmouth. This one's tough. I think it's the under probably more than it's Towson, than it's Monmouth, right? Because it's a 13-point game, projected to be a 9-point game. Difference is only 4. That's not nearly enough, but both teams well above their expected points per shot.
I'm looking for the under right now. Are you going to come with me? Because I'm going to take the under.
Let's go. Towson, I got 155.5 minus 120. Let's go ahead and lock that.
So there might be the funniest comment I've ever seen in my life that just showed up. The casual IUPUI mention hit the.
We should have. We'll get BetCast bingo going because I'm sure there's funny things that people notice that we do every time, like Moose's dog barks or something, or like
he was crying a second ago. I think he got a bone stuck under the bed, and he's looking at me like I'm going to solve his issues right now. But I got that under at 156.5. You got at 155.5. So I guess I got a better line than you this time.
Hey, we got to keep score. We could start keeping score on who line shops better. And we could get a sponsor Kroger's could do a $20 gift card for the winner. Whoever shops better, or Sport Trade, the best shopping app there is. But let's go. You already played this under a nice double down arrow there. I probably should have grabbed it with you. It looks like a good play, but if this one's yours with your name on it, so enjoy the ride, my friend. Wilmington, William Mary, nothing really cooking there. We have a lot of games. We're right back at the top. Going to hit reload. We talked a little bit on Saturday's episode about how early we like to play, how late we like to play. Mike, my guiding light, he said it usually about like that 10, 12-minute mark is usually pretty safe and when he likes to get in. And we've done through the half and through the final 10 minutes. But I think we can start playing a little earlier. I took a little bit of a swing on that before. I think it does actually have some legs. So let's talk about this one. Great gamblers, bad line shoppers. Yeah, not right. Yeah. What are we supposed to do? How are we supposed to run a show and line show? You wouldn't have as much fun.
There'd be dead air. There'd be so much dead air if I was trying to find
we need Jeopardy music. I'd be sitting here scrolling through my books. No, not that one. No, you know what's better? Me hitting that lock-in button every 5 minutes. You guys do the line shopping at home. We'll take our worst lines. It has not impacted us too much. You can see those numbers there have been very satisfying.
We have 2 comments right now about the same game, and I want to know it's right there on the right. I want to know what you think about this.
Oh yes,
Austin, Tyler.
Let's go. Right. No, we're sitting here joking about line shopping. We should be making this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is exactly. All right, Robert Morris. Oakland, get your overs ready. 123.5. Nice low number. Yep. 13 minutes left to play here. Looks like my shot quality dash is ahead of what I'm seeing on my board, but the line data is good. So let's go 126.5 minus 110. I love it. And thank you guys, all you guys in the chat. A lot of comments tonight. Love that. Definitely keep it coming. What'd you get?
123.5.
All right. Well, I thought I saw that, but I must have gotten it late. So
whatever. And usually I like to stay away from blowouts when it comes to the over, but there's enough time left. There's enough time.
Yeah. No. That's a nice one. This is probably a good idea. We want to get the odds screen up from Sport Trade up soon. So that'll be coming in the next few episodes or so. We've gotten to the whole top here. I'm not really going to touch. It's a little late to get into this Rutgers game. It's almost a 30-point game, projected to be a 10-point game. But
we had someone say Purdue team under, and I know you can bet those. I can't. I'm close to almost betting under, but not quite.
That's a nice spot. I think, shout out to the chat. Let's go ahead and do that. Usually the only book I get those on is DraftKings. So I'm going to go ahead, pull that one up, see what type of line I can get on the team total. Purdue starting 13-5 out of the gates in the second half. Probably a good spot to get in on them here. So Let's see what type of team total we have available. Purdue under 94.5 minus 125. Let's go ahead and get into steeper market. These are 20 cent, on average. So for 40 cents, that's gross. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Let's go 94.5 under at 125 for Purdue on the team. All right. Now, we're gonna hit reload. We're gonna look at the new games. You do need to reload to repopulate the games that they don't just pop up by themselves. And of course, if you want to keep track of specific ones, make sure you star things. My Score Center will show you the games you starred, and we can even scroll back to past episodes. I was showing it off on January 18th. Look at that. It's a cool tool. All right, nothing brewing just yet. Maybe a situation here, Southern Utah, UT Arlington, get in on UT Arlington to get back into this game. Might be something we try out in just a minute. Not seeing too much else. I definitely want to wait for these games to mature to that 10-minute mark for me personally, I think is what I feel most.
Hey, there's our shot quality play of the day.
Hey, another huge batch of games, Moose. Woo. Yes, we're going to have a busy night. Not as big. It jumped from 27 to 39, so 12 more games entered the fray. Nice. Little Rock.
The best time of the year, honestly. The end of the Super Bowl to March Madness.
Yeah. Or into conference. I think this is such a fun time. It's you can handicap these games pretty well. So, all right, let's go to the bottom. We reloaded. We got a couple games. UMBC Maine, finish it up. That one's done. Bellarmine. Bellarmine going to get a win. Look at them. Looks like I'm probably going to lose my Binghamton money line unless there's some.
Well, I lost that UMass Lowell one, dude. Look at that. UMass Lowell came to play, man. That's 40 minutes of just shooting the lights out.
That's what happens when you go undefeated, man. You open up with a loss. It's okay. You get humbled. It's called sports betting. So, all right, let's keep scrolling through. We got some time, maybe still to get in on that Vermont Albany under. If you missed it, we need App State here to maybe start making a run to get a little bit closer to that 9-point line where they were. Wouldn't be shocked to see Old Dominion fall off late. The current shot quality score is 8, but the actual score is 2. You might be getting a cheaper money line there. Should we only got 10 minutes left. Let's give it a try. And, I think we wanted to get our good friend Maximilian on the show a little bit today and have him maybe take a couple swings with us as we start this 8 p.m. slate, finish the 7 p.m. slate. So would you all please give a warm welcome, some clap emojis in the chat if you are with us for our good friend Maximilian.
I'll freak out if I don't see a clap emoji. I'm not even looking. I don't see nothing.
We'll get one.
Tough crowd, Max. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I'll put some in the chat if I have to. No, but we obviously appreciate having you, Max. You've been on a scorching hot run. Your best bets, your selection process on full display on ShotQualityBets.com a couple times a week. Of course, make sure everyone gives the guy a follow. He's running the score sheet for us, making live plays on Twitter. Does a lot. We love this guy, Max. Anything you played that maybe we haven't today? Anything you have your eye on that you want to come in hot with a pick and hit the button? What are you feeling?
Yeah, so just to give a little insight into how things work over here, obviously I'm on the play sheet, so I don't get a chance to put in every bet, so I kind of got to pick and choose. You guys made it real easy on me last week with those records 7-1 and 6-0. It didn't matter which ones I picked. But today, the two that I went in with you guys, I took Elon, which not looking great. I don't know if you can find that one. I think they were
it's okay. They're down
that was a big comeback. They were just down 15. So
let's go. That's what we like to see.
And the reason I got in on that one is because at halftime, their shot distribution, 97% of their shots were at the rim and from three. They only took one mid-range. So I really like to see that.
I do
now, the other one I got in on was that Towson game. I took the under with you guys. When I took it, 2/3 of their shots were bad or average. So, so they were making tough shots. So hopefully they.
So what Max is talking about is we showed it a little earlier. We hang out in the multi-view because we're betting on all the games at once, having a good time, rapid fire, blah blah blah. But when each game does have a single game view that you can essentially have a companion app with watching it, which is really cool. And the shots taken here, you still seeing, still a pretty poor distribution in terms of both these teams. So yeah, good call, Max. I like that. Anything you're seeing right now on the board? Maybe some of these games that are just tipping off. I just did like a minor scroll through. Didn't really like much of what I was seeing here from the games we've already touched up. Nothing new to add, at least. What about? Whoa! Look at South Dakota State starting 19-2. That I'm not going to do anything there, but that's crazy. What do we?
I know that was
what do we make
Big
of
Three
these?
had the over there. Shout out to him. Also, I forgot to mention he had the FAU first minus 3.5 in the first half, which covered. Just going to say that.
Nice.
So
Hey, Big Three. We're trying to get him back on the blog on some of the shows. We love that guy. But
where I'm a 3-point sniper. Bang,
yeah, we got a great
both
crew.
of them. Anybody and Maxwell, of course.
Of course. I mean, it's awesome. But do we maybe want to get in? I think this Grand Canyon Tarleton State over is calling my name, guys. Max, I'm going to come to you. Are you dripped out in the shot quality hat right now? I love it.
Yes.
What do you got?
Absolutely.
What do you got?
The gear
Let's
is
go.
awesome.
What do you got? Are you taking this over?
You know I'm a Lopes guy. And when they're struggling, I know they've got the offensive ability to get back in this. So I'm currently looking for a line here on this one. I don't know if you're seeing anything.
I'm scrolling. We got 40 games.
135 and a half. Put me down for that. Go ahead and lock it in.
All right. Yeah. Let's go. 135 and a half. Lock that in. Maximilian's first play on the show. Max, I hate to break it to you. You do have to put your own play on the score sheet. We don't have anyone to step in for you right now. But all right. I think that's a nice play. We're going to take some early swings here. I think we also have a fun few little teasers here at the end of the show. Let's talk. We said this. We said the pick of the day already started, so I can't.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you guys are on it because we have the under in this Eastern Washington Arizona game, and there's 16 points in 7 minutes. Yes, sir. And shot quality lines up with it. So that could not really be going better for us right now. Tarleton State getting a few points quickly off of our play. What do we? Wow, look at Minnesota off to a hot start. Do we want to maybe?
Hey, Justin, real quick, my book was frozen. It was 129 and a half. People in the comments are saying that. So I refreshed.
Do what
and I got 129.
I understand. Okay. That's fair. I didn't take it. So I would have told you guys what I got. I did not. Can you run this off your phone easily?
Yeah, I pulled that comment because when we're doing this, I have the small screen because I have the comments and I have all of us down here. I can mute myself, my dog barks. So I pull it up on my phone, and yeah, it's the same exact thing. It's just obviously smaller screen. Instead of being in a row of 3, it's single file. But you can still star and all that kind of stuff.
That's where the stars come in. The star feature is really nice for mobile. Of course, there's filters at the top. So if you only want to bet on games at the halftime, if you only want to see live games, of course you can go into all games. But my
fiance would wish that it didn't run as well as it does on the phone, but it does. So I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm on my phone a lot.
Hey, it's live bet anywhere with shot.
Live bet don't sleep. Live bet don't sleep.
It really doesn't sleep. Now I want to make a play on North Dakota State right now. They are currently only holding 4 points, but they're currently plus 1.5, which is interesting. Maybe that's not enough. I think the book's just understanding that this is going to even out. It might be too early. If they were only +2 and I can get plus 1.5, I'm not doing that. I'm just not.
Dog, what about a team under on South Dakota State? They got 27 points. Their point per possession is 1.92. It's almost 2 points per possession. Look at that. I've never seen one.
I feel like it's just getting to that point. They're now at 30. They're about to hit another 3 moves. So it is currently 30-12. Let's see what their team total is here. Yeah, all right. I'll take South Dakota State team total under 97.5 minus 110. Let's lock that. Wow, that's a sick number. That's a disgusting number to hang. That they will slow down. I think that's a pretty fair assumption. Or this game might just go into garbage time. Max, are you?
Play. It's a little. Not too late in the game, actually. There's still double-digit minutes left. Purdue, Rutgers under. I was going to keep an eye on it. I can't take a team under here in Arizona, but I can take a game total, and I got 161.5 in the under. Purdue overperforming, while Rutgers is right there, but it's still almost 20 points worth of over expectation when it comes to points. And I could see blowout territory. It's a 30-point game. So
Yep.
I
agree. Could slow down. Let's get one more little play, and then let's talk some fun. All right, let's get two more plays. Let's get two.
That one was me. That one was me.
I know.
Right,
it's okay. I can't get mad. What do you got, Max?
Utah or UT Arlington. Sorry,
Yep.
I took them on. I don't know about if you like doing. It was -1.5, -115, or -125 money line. I went the money line route. So let's lock it in.
Nice.
UT Arlington money line -125.
Okay, I'm into it. Let's do it. I'll take it with you. I got +110 right now on UT Arlington. So let's get that.
I put it in like 60 seconds ago, so it must have fallen off.
Hey, that's a good sign for you. But yeah, I really like that one. I just put it in myself. So UT Arlington expected to be up by 3, currently down by 12. They were -10.5 point favorites. I do think this is a nice spot to get in on them, money line or that short line. But all right, we have some really cool stuff coming up here at ShotQuality always. So some really awesome features coming for March Madness, conference tournaments. If you have any ideas, any cool stuff you want to see, definitely give us a shout. hello@shotquality.com. Shoot us an email. Hey, I'd love to see you guys write up or make Maximilian cover every single team. I don't know. Maybe we'll make him do it. Any chance for second half? We can look at what NBA
might as well. We're coming to the end of the show. I think we've looked at every game. Might as well check the NBA. We got games back. I know the Suns are playing.
I think we've done a lot on college. You want to take a look at NBA? Max, you down?
Yeah, let's do it.
No, let's do it.
No, I'm applied. Just might as well look.
I wasn't sure if the chat was messing with us again. Last time we did that, there was no games going on.
No, yeah. We are back from the break. It's an exciting time. NBA starts to get a little meaningful races for seedings. The postseason play-in tournament now. A lot of fun stuff. I'm seeing a couple things right off the bat. Boston Celtics currently beating the Sox off the Bulls by 14 early. ShotQuality expecting it to be 5. So monitor that one. Not going to make a play there just yet. Maybe a early under here for Los Angeles Clippers, Oklahoma City Thunder. But I will say our strategy isn't as fleshed out in the NBA. We want to start doing entire NBA BetCast episodes. That is something that is coming soon. Definitely, be on the lookout for our first one. But this is tough. Sometimes I feel like when teams are hot in the NBA, they stay hot. So they stay hot, exactly. Right? These are some of the best players in the world. Right. Yeah. So when ShotQuality analyzes, these incredible basketball players, part of this, small fraternity of 5,000 players ever to make it. We have 5,000 players in college basketball every single year. So that just tells you the scope. When they're hot, they tend to stay hot. So I'm going to watch that one. I'm going to see what happens for the total. We'll come back. We'll talk about it next time on Saturday and see what went on with that. But let's see what the live number is right now, just so we can make a mark in the sand and do a little bit of research, a little scientific experiment here.
Always scientific.
Always
scientific, basically.
And if you 241.5 right now. I'm going to take a little screenshot, and I'm going to write 245.5 on it, and we'll come back and we'll see what happens next week. As for this Knicks, let's go Knicks. Absolutely doing well. I would maybe consider taking the 76ers here, though. I do think that level of underperformance versus overperformance, you could see the 76ers come back in this game. The Knicks overperforming by 7, the 76ers underperforming by 8 here. So let's go ahead and grab a 76ers plus 10.5 -120 live spread line. All right, I know we're going past 8:30, guys. Do you, Max, Musa, have any other NBA plays before we get out of here? I have one more thing to do before that.
Real quick, what was that under that you played? What game?
I didn't play it. We were just
you were just taking a screenshot. Okay.
Yeah. I was taking a screenshot
for myself. Pay attention,
Max. Pay attention.
We know everyone. Once the show's almost over, let's just all go watch Elon. Let's go watch.
What's going on there?
Tie game.
Oh, baby. Let's go.
Hey, Kunal called it. And I told you, Northeastern doesn't know how to close out a game. They've never been able to.
Are we going to do it?
Shot distribution, baby.
Am I going to kick myself for not putting 0.25 on a 11-1? Look,
yes.
If you took that pick, I will say right now, you can consider hedging out, getting a little bit on the other side, taking some of your value off the board. You have already won your position, right? You can play live, you can get out, you can use something like Sport Trade, who has some of the best pricing to get a low, hold number. This is where you line shop. This is where you get the best price and get out of your ticket. And essentially, nice little arb time here for us at ShotQuality Live BetCast. That's awesome. I'm hyped. I don't know if we're going to repeat last episode, but we're showing time and time again that we have some of the best data for live betting really out there at all. Let's go back to the College Score Center. Of course, always is accessible right here on the site. Easy to see, easy to access. If you have questions, email us at hello@shotquality.com. What do you guys think? Should I show off? Should we get a little sneak peek of our next new feature coming out? Are you going to say no? I doubt you're going to say no.
I'm not going to say no. I won't do it.
All right.
Do it for Elon. The good vibes.
All right, let's see if I can do it. It's going to take me a second. I'm literally going to go and I'm going to load up the dev site really quick. So let me just
name.
All right, cool. So we have the play sheet here. Let's make sure. I don't think I'm sharing the right window. So that's a little embarrassing. Well, let's just do it the raw way here, just so I can make sure that you guys can see what I am looking at here. I don't know where it went.
I got a black screen.
You should have a black screen. All right,
okay, that's a good thing.
Okay. Here's what we got. Let's just go to next to our nice dev site and take a look at sorry for the little bit of hassle there. We don't do this much. Oh, it doesn't look like it's working. So we're gonna just recant that really quick, go right back into just me here, bring back the guys in just a second, wrap up the show. I'll tell you what it is. We'll tell you what it is. We are launching our first iteration of Women's College Score Center just in time for the NCAA women's bracket. It's going to have standings, stats, matchup previews, everything you need to handicap the women's game, and live bet on the women's game is coming to ShotQuality Bets very soon. So big announcement right there. This, of course, is ShotQuality Live BetCast, where we use that live data to make some of the best picks you'll ever see.
In the Discord.
I love this crew. Join the Discord. We'll see you next time on Saturday, 4:45 p.m. Maybe, I don't know if it'll be another MegaCast, but definitely another 45 minutes of betting. Let's go get it. See you next time.
Let's go, Elon.
My dog put a toy under the